They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea. And afternoon tea.
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus, special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
Hello everyone and welcome to the U.S. Cellular Center and Cedar Rapids and the 2018 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Volleyball Tournament. My name is Jamie Barakman alongside Zarin Egestal, and we are ready to bring you this Class 5A quarterfinal round game to start off the 2018 tournament right here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. And the game that we are fortunate enough to bring you here to start off the 2018 tournament is the number one ranked powerhouse defending state champion 44-0 Cedar Falls Tigers, and they take on the number 8 seed in this tournament, Waukee, who comes in 29-14. Well, Zarin, what can you say about the Cedar Falls Tigers? They are a powerhouse program. They have been for years, defending state champions. You know, they lose 6 starters from a year ago, and you think, uh-oh, rebuilding year. But they come back as good, maybe even better than they were as a championship team a year ago.
Absolutely. I think that's exactly what Coach Matt Johnson and all the girls wanted to emphasize, is that they aren't rebuilding, they're just reloading. And these girls, they sat behind the girls that won the state title last year. A couple of them did get in, get some starts, get some action. But they've been here to witness it. Now they want to be here themselves, and they want to do it themselves.
And they've only dropped 2 sets the entire season. They're 44-0 overall in matches, but the Tigers have dropped just 2 sets all season long. It's hard to score points on this team. It's hard to get a run on this team, and it's very hard to beat this team. Zarin, they're trying to become the first team to go undefeated as a state champion since Dyke New Hartford did that, I believe, back in 2012.
Yeah, 2012, and actually it would be the first time in Iowa's largest class. Now, we went from 4 classes to 5 classes, but it's been since 1981 since anybody in Iowa's largest class has done it, and that was Davenport Central back in 1981. So you can see how hard it is to do something that Cedar Falls, would have to do now to be able to win a state title. They would have to go undefeated, cannot drop any more matches.
73 straight match wins for the Cedar Falls Tigers entering the 2018 tournament. On the other side of the court, you've got the Warriors from Waukee High School. Again, they come in 29-14, and they play a pretty tough schedule with all the Des Moines teams and the CIML. Every night out is not easy for Waukee. So that 29-14 record may be a little bit misleading. I think they're a better team than that. I do think they can make some runs with this Cedar Falls team.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a team that is very large. When you look at the team, there is 5-6 footers on the team. They're a team that's very large. They're going to have big net presence, and that's one of the things that could slow Cedar Falls down. Now, you mentioned something about a run, and that's a lot of volleyball is getting on a run and slowing the momentum of the other team. So if Waukee can get out and get some runs going or slow down runs that Cedar Falls may have, that's going to be what they are going to need to do to be able to beat, as you mentioned, a powerhouse program in Cedar Falls.
Waukee returning to the U.S. Cellular Center state tournament for the 6th time in school history, but their first trip here since 2011, and they are led by first-year coach Danielle Lynch, and she's got a good blend of talented seniors and underclassmen, led by Drake recruit Haley Bush. She averages 3.5 kills per set, while fellow seniors Kelsey Plum and Avery Showalter are team leaders in assists and digs. Junior Kate Nelson is the team leader in blocks, while sophomore Leanna Green is the team leader in serving aces. 12 of Waukee's 14 regular season losses were to state qualifying teams. So again, don't let that 29-14 record fool you. They come in as a big underdog, but then again, Zarin, they've got nothing to lose, right? It's all or nothing.
Exactly. They're the number 8 seed. So some people would say, well, yeah, of course Cedar Falls is going to win, but I would not be saying that tonight or to this afternoon if I was Cedar Falls. You cannot overlook this Waukee team. As you mentioned, led by Haley Bush. She helped them dominate Urbandale to get here in the regional final, winning that 3-0. She had 47 attack attempts in that match against Urbandale, so absolutely awesome. 14 of those go for kills.
Cedar Falls advances to the state tournament with 3-0 wins over Fort Dodge and Waterloo West in the regional tournament. And back to the Tigers, as we said, they've dropped just 2 sets all year. Junior Acacia Brown averages 3.6 kills per set to lead the team. Senior Dana Holstein is committed to play college volleyball at the Naval Academy. You don't hear that every day.
Yep. While
senior Emily Clapp has committed to play at Arkansas State. Junior Elena Yates, who averages a team best 1.2 blocks a set. She's verbally committed to Dayton. And again, dating back to last season, Cedar Falls has won 73 straight matches. So that's a lot of college commits, but we're not done yet. Junior Emerson Green has verbally committed to play basketball at UNI. And Cedar Falls assistant coaches Abby Perez and Morgan Rutherford both won state titles as players. Perez was at Dyke New Hartford 2011 state title team, while Rutherford was the starting libero on Coach Matt Johnson's 2012 state team at Charles City. There is a lot of accolades on the Cedar Falls team, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about the two that are going, Yates and Holstein. You talked about them going to play college ball. Both of those two committed before their first ever varsity start. They did not take a varsity start in volleyball before they committed to the Naval Academy and to Dayton. That's pretty impressive, and that tells you what kind of a program you have. If you have girls that aren't even starting that are signing or committing to college schools.
Well, and again, that shows you how tough the Cedar Falls program is, because the girls that don't get the playing time, like we said, they graduate 6 seniors from last year's state championship team. Most schools, that's a 1-2 year or more rebuilding process to get back. But what you don't get is that the players that are on the bench are just as good probably. They're just not getting the chance to get out there and play until they get the call as a junior or a senior. So losing 6 seniors doesn't seem to hurt Cedar Falls at all. You were telling me before we went on, Zarin, that last year the scrimmages in practice between a lot of the girls you're going to see on this year's team and then the last year's championship team was as good as probably any state championship match you'll find.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's like basically having a match at scrimmage. You're basically playing a team that could start varsity. So you have your varsity starters going up against your varsity reserves, and they're basically having like a state tournament type match in their own gym as a scrimmage, getting ready for state tournament, getting ready for the full season. So that's one advantage. And this team, again, has that because, looking at Cedar Falls, they have some girls that are on their bench that, again, we're not going to see probably today or maybe the rest of the state tournament if Cedar Falls were to advance. But we could see them in a couple of years, if not next year, for Cedar Falls.
Well, the winner of this will play the winner of the match going on the other court. There are 2 courts simultaneously playing here at the U.S. Cellular Center. There's a big, huge net coming down from the ceiling that separates the 2 courts, and there's a lot of action going on here the first couple days of this tournament before you get down to the finals, where they have, of course, just the 1 court on Friday. But Cedar Rapids Jefferson, the number 4 seed, and Linn-Mar, the number 5 seed in the tournament, are playing on the other court, and they will face the winner of the Cedar Falls Waukee team. Linn-Mar, again, another powerhouse team in high school volleyball. They've been here to state. They're no strangers to Cedar Falls when it comes to playing each other. So I know a lot of people would like to see another matchup between Cedar Falls and Linn-Mar. I remember those 2 going head-to-head at the state tournament last year as well. So that's what's going on. Later on today in Class 5A, in the 2 o'clock games, we'll have number 4 seed. Actually, you know what? I missaid that. The other game going on is number 2 seed Ankeny Centennial and number 7 seed Dowling. I'm sorry. But it will be the winner of that 2 o'clock contest, Cedar Rapids Jefferson and Linn-Mar, that'll play the winner of this one. And then the other 2 o'clock contest will be 3 seed West Des Moines Valley against number 6 seed Ankeny here at the State High School Volleyball Tournament. Well, a lot of times when you get to the big arenas like this, Zarin, you worry about nerves and you worry about how are you going to come out and play on the wide open court like this that you're not used to seeing in high school gymnasiums generally. But at this level, though, the teams that are in this 5A tournament, I don't see that being an issue because they've all been here. They all have experience in this arena.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've played in these big crowd environments. Now, the one thing that will be different for the girls is not too far right above them is where the student sections for the opposing teams will sit. So you're going to have those, right above you looking down and yelling down towards you. So that's one thing that I know some of the teams were here earlier this morning, kind of getting ready, kind of checking out the floor. Obviously, they couldn't do much on the floor, but we're looking around and kind of, envisioning what it's going to be like because, yeah, it could be a little nervous for some of these younger girls that may have never been here before. So.
Absolutely. Well, started the season with a lot of teams around the state of Iowa in Class 5A. Only 8 advanced to the state volleyball tournament, and only 1 will take home the state championship trophy on Friday. And, hey, to be the best, you got to beat the best, and that's the task right now for Waukee. They come in the lowest seed in the tournament, number 8, and they take on the powerhouse, one of the better teams in all the nation, in fact, the number 1 seed undefeated defending state champion Cedar Falls Tigers. You're watching the 2018 Iowa High School State Volleyball Tournament right here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. My name is Jamie Brockman. I'm joined on the broadcast by Zarin Eggestal. And, folks, you can stay with us and see all the action of the first 2 rounds, the quarterfinal rounds and the semifinals, all right here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And then, of course, the finals, the championship matches, those are all going to be live across the state on Iowa Public Television on Friday. Friday is an exciting day here at the state tournament. It's always fun to watch the teams come out for the state championships, whether they've been there before or not. There's some nerves and some eager feelings, and then to watch them play and then to watch ultimately walk out as a champion, it's one of the coolest things to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, we're going to switch to just 1 court on Friday, and they're going to switch that court. And so it'll look a little bit different. So when the girls come back in for that championship match, it's going to look a little bit different. Everybody in the entire arena will be staring at 1 court. So, some of the girls now are like, okay, we only have half the arena looking at us right now, so maybe we're not as nervous. But on Friday, it's the big spotlight. The spotlights are on, the lights are on, and we have 1 court, everybody looking at that 1 court.
All right, well, we're about 3 minutes away from the opening ceremonies here at the state tournament. One of the neat things they do at the state tournament every year is they do the sportsmanship award, and that's usually where they bring out a fan or somebody from the community of the schools that are playing, and they honor them, and the fans give them a big cheer and round of applause, and it's a really neat feeling. They bring them out center court. Right after that, they're going to line up the teams on the sidelines, and they're going to introduce every player and every coach. Start off with the non-starters and the assistant coaches, and then they go to the starting lineups for both teams. So everybody gets acknowledged here at the state volleyball tournament, even the fans, which is a really cool thing. Then they'll have the national anthem, and then it's time to serve it up and find out who moves on to the semifinals in Class 5A. So that's what's coming your way, and you'll see it all right here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, it's so cool for some of the girls that maybe, are younger girls and the ones that don't play as much at the to get their name announced and to get recognized for all their hard work, because you don't see them. They're in the background, but they're working extremely hard at practice to make the starters and the people that the players that come in and play the best that they can to help out the team. So they're helping out the team just as much as everybody else, and it's cool to get them recognized as well.
All right, well, before we get to all the opening ceremonies, Zarin, what do you think are some of the keys to this match? Let's start with Waukee. They're the underdogs. They know it. They got to come out and they got to play probably the best match they played the entire season. So what are the keys to win for Waukee today? What do they have to do?
Like we were mentioning earlier, they're tall, they're big, they've got 5 6-footers. They're going to need to have that net presence. They can't let Cedar Falls set the ball up and slam it on them as hard as Cedar Falls has been doing to teams so far this year. They got to get up, they got to block it inbounds, and they got to keep Cedar Falls moving all the time. You don't want to let Cedar Falls get comfortable and let them set up, because that's when they get dangerous.
All right, and then for Cedar Falls, what's the key there?
Well, Cedar Falls just needs to keep playing their game. As we mentioned, they can't come in here and think that, they're the number 1 seed. We're going to roll over Waukee. Cedar Falls needs to come in and they need to play their game, and they need to just stay humble and know that no matter what team it is, we're at the state tournament now. This is the team that they need to beat. Waukee is the best team in the state to them, and they need to beat Waukee and focus up. That's the key for Cedar Falls, is they need to stay focused on the prize.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting close. Clock is winding down. Final warm-up serves finishing up for the Cedar Falls Tigers. And here in a moment, they're going to get this crowd revved up, and we're going to get the opening ceremonies underway to officially start the 2018 Iowa Girls High School State Volleyball Tournament. Again, thanks for joining us today. My name is Jamie Brockman, joined by Zarin Eggestal, and we're looking forward to this first 5A quarterfinal to get it underway. Cedar Falls, number 1 seed, undefeated, defending state champs, and number 8 seed, Waukee.
Yeah, absolutely. Big crowd on hand as both sides filling up. Everybody's starting to stand up now. You start to feel that, I guess I wouldn't say really nerves, but you start feeling that in your stomach that you're ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely you do. So again, Waukee making their first trip here since 2011. So, all right, we're getting ready for the opening introductions. So we're going to just kind of go silent here and turn it over to our cameraman, and we're going to give you a look at these pre-match ceremonies going on before this match between Cedar Falls and Johnson. So keep it right here and enjoy the opening ceremonies. We'll be back for the first serve and your starting lineups coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, for today's 2018 IGHSAU Girls State Volleyball quarterfinal matchup. Featuring the visiting team, the Waukee Warriors, and the home team, the Cedar Falls Tigers.
Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship and decorum shown by the qualifying schools during the season and the state tournament week. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karen Brown of the IGHSAU will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Ankeny Centennial, Katie Pearson. And from Dowling Catholic, Mike O'Connor.
Gene Berger, the Executive Director of the IGHSAU, will present the Sportsmanship Awards here on Court 1. From Cedar Falls, Megan Youngkent. And from Waukee, Christy Nelson.
And it's now time to introduce the players in today's quarterfinal matchup. First for the visiting team, the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars, the non-starters. Number 2, Kinsey Farouk.
What the heck did she do?
Number 3, Kennedy Valentine. Number 4, Corinna Larson. Number 5, Chloe Peck. Number 7, Taryn Lindemann. Number 10, Emma Alston. Number 18, Abby Wood. Number 20, Rachel Shaw. The assistant coaches are Annie Stossel, Paul Gilmore, Molly Norton, and Courtney Kennedy. And now the starters for the Jaguars. Number 8, Riley Morgan. Number 9, Hannah Sauer. Number 11, Devin Robinson. Number 12, Callie Jones. Number 17, Ari Winters. Number 23, Megan Lively. The libero is number 16, Josie Mackner. Head coach for the Jaguars is Jessica Reinhardt. Now let's meet the non-starters for the home team on the scoreboard, the Dowling Catholic Maroons. Number 1, Camille Weiss. Number 4, Lauren Havlick. Number 5, Anna Godfredson. Number 10, Piper Kirchhoff. Number 11, Elizabeth Munn. Number 14, Sophia Sackett. Number 15, Olivia Nayhoff. And number 17, Sophia Panovich. The assistant coaches are Kelly Hanlon, Felipe Noguera, Katie Allen, Marcy Schrey, and Leah Stager. Now the starters for the Maroons. Number 3, Anna Flynn. Number 6, Elena Schumann. Number 8, JC Popey. Number 12, Mira Vasily. Number 13, Emma Schenk. Number 16, Callie Coppola. And the libero is number 2, Rose Fitzgerald. Head coach for the Maroons is Mary Beth Wiskus. The officials for the match are first referee Jay Grassley, second referee Megan Timmons, and line judges Randy Clark and Ted Moser.
Now fans, it's time to introduce the players in today's 5A quarterfinal. First of all, for the visitors, the Waukee Warriors. Number 5, Maddie Weber. Number 8, Megan Severson. Number 9, Caitlin Severson. Number 10, Megan Smith. Number 13, Aubrey Adams. Number 17, Ella Peterson. Number 20, Sarah Nelson. And number 22, Verity Karstensen. Your assistant coaches, Candace Polea and Elisa Roth. Now, here are your starters for the Waukee Warriors. Number 3, Corey Knox. Number 6, Leanna Green. Number 11, Kelsey Plum. Number 12, Kate Nelson. Number 15, Maggie Clark. Number 18, Haley Bush. And your libero, number 4, Avery Showalter. Head coach for the Waukee Warriors, Danielle Lynch. And now, here's your home team for the Cedar Falls Tigers. Number 3, Lexi Godfrey. Number Number 5, Jada Golden Smith. Number 8, McKenna Moorhead. Number 9, Ashley Shildra. Number 12, Emily Hayes. Number 13, Tyria Campbell. Number 14, Emmy Wedgbury. Number 15, McKenna Gleason. And number 16, Grace Frost.
I gotta go right now. Check it out. Play some volleyball.
And number 19, Lauren Lilly. Your assistant coaches, Adam Timmons, Abby Perez, and Morgan Rutherford. Now here are your starters for the Cedar Falls Tigers. Number 4, Emerson Green. Number 7, Dara Holstein. Number 11, Emily Clapp. Number 12, Emily Hayes. Number 17, Elena Yates. Number 21, Acacia Brown. Your libero, number 2, Kirsten Graves. Head coach for the Tigers, Matthew Johnson. Our officials for today's 5A quarterfinal, our first referee, Al Cleary. Second referee, Craig Werner. Line judges, Deb Richards and Beth Siebenaller-Woodall. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please join with us and direct your attention to the flag as we honor America and those who protect our freedom with the singing of our national anthem, performed today by the Waterloo West High Chamber Choir under the direction of Luke Overton. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
We are back.
Thank you, everyone.
And there you have the opening ceremonies, and now final motivations and words from the bench, and then we're ready to serve it up and get this 5A quarterfinal underway. Again, the match you'll watch right here is number 1 seed, defending state champ, undefeated Cedar Falls Tigers against the number 8 seed Waukee Warriors. Let's take a look at our starting lineups, and these are brought to you by Buena Vista University, located in Storm Lake, Iowa. Buena Vista University is in the center of the action. You'll have to see it to believe it. So for the top seed, undefeated Cedar Falls Tigers, they will start out with 5'8" junior defensive specialist Kirsten Graves, 5'9" setter, she's a junior, Emerson Green, a 5'10" senior middle hitter, Dara Holstein, a 5'11" senior outside hitter, Ashley Shildroth, a 5'10" senior outside hitter, Emily Clapp, 5'7" senior defensive specialist, Emily Hayes, 6'5" junior middle hitter, Elena Yates, they'll use her a ton, and a 6' junior outside hitter, Acacia Brown, starters for the Cedar Falls Tigers. And then as we look at your starters for the Warriors of Waukee, it'll be 5'3" defensive specialist, sophomore Corey Knox, 5'8" libero, senior Avery Showalter, a 6' middle hitter, sophomore Liliana Green, a 6' senior setter, Kelsey Plum, 6-foot junior outside hitter Kate Nelson, 6'2" senior middle hitter Maggie Clark, and 6'2" senior outside hitter Haley Bush are the starters for the Warriors of Waukee. Waukee is coached by Danielle Lynch as the first serve is underway, and Cedar Falls coached by Matthew Johnson. And there's a early error, miscue on Johnson. And, well, I tell you what, bringing back in Zarin IGHSAU on the broadcast. Zarin, you cannot give points away to a team like Cedar Falls.
Yeah, absolutely. They just tipped it over the net. Nobody was there for Waukee to be able to get it.
Here we go. Left side attack, dug up by Cedar Falls. They go to the middle. It's blocked to the net. Nice defense at the net there by Waukee to stuff it back in the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said, we need Waukee needs that net front presence, and they get it there from Lana Green.
That's the size you talked about earlier for Johnson up front, or Waukee rather. Waukee serves it up. 1-1 early here in set number 1. Look at the power there on the left side. Look at the power there on the left side by the 6-foot junior Acacia Brown.
She's just incredible, and that's what we're going to see all night long. That's one of the things we talked about. Waukee cannot let Cedar Falls get set. If they get set, they're going to give it to Brown, and she's going to crush it.
2-1. Cedar Falls leads. They serve. Deep back row. Nice up to the center. They go to the right side and able to put it down.
Yeah, good point there by Green as she was able to get up over the top of the net. Green, the sophomore in there, she's got a couple of big plays as she's got a kill and a block.
3-1 Waukee with the early lead here. They've got to keep themselves in front here. Keep Cedar Falls on the moves, on the run, so to speak, and there the Tigers able to put one down in the back and get the serve back. 3-2, but now you've got Acacia Brown going to the back row here, so Waukee's got to take advantage of this.
Yeah, absolutely, but you still have some good size up front for Cedar Falls. But yes, for Waukee's side, they've got their big two up front as well, and they got to be able to make Cedar Falls pay here. As they will change the scoreboard back, it's 3-2.
Push over deep, look into the back corner, and boy, that was close, and she gets it. Yeah, she got it in that back corner.
Yeah, point for Cedar Falls as they lead 4-2. Our scoreboard was 2. Our scoreboard was incorrect at first, but they were able to get it correct. So Brown will serve again.
Trouble on the serve receive. That's an ace serve for Acacia Brown.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, those are the type of points that you cannot give to Cedar Falls. You want to make them earn their points. You can't give them the easy ones.
She's second on the team in ace serves. 43. She's picked up her 44th. There's another tough serve. Right at the net. Trouble for the setter. Tries to dump it and does get it to work as it's off the Tigers out of bounds.
Yeah, good play there by Plum, the senior leadership, another 6-footer, as she was able to just put it off right off the hands of Cedar Falls.
Good recovery there as that pass to her was right at the net. She had no choice but to try to dump it. Here's Cedar Falls now setting up right side, cross court, and it's wide. Point to the Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely. We're sitting 5-4 right now. We told you that it's going to be a good match. Even though you look at it 1-8, you think that Cedar Falls is going to have it lopsided, but it will not be that way.
Cedar Falls comes to the left side. Cross court dug up. Waukee setting up. They go left side. Power hit and down for the kill.
Yeah, absolutely. That was number 18, Haley Bush. We talked about her at the beginning of the set, or the match, as she was the leader for Waukee, and she shows it right there. We're tied 5-5.
Very even play here in the early going of set number 1. Look at that. Quick set and spike, but it's long. Out of bounds, so Waukee does get the point there. 6-5. Waukee now in front where they want to be in set number 1.
Yep.
Here's the set. Left side, tip at the net, right over top of the blockers, and drops it in.
Yeah, back to 6-6 now. Cedar Falls and Waukee. A moment ago, that was I was out by the 6'5" junior for Cedar Falls, Yates, the Dayton commit.
Jump serve. Again, right at the net. Good recovery. Return. Brown with the dig. And walk down the arm into the net. Rolled down her forearm and didn't get the spike on it into the net.
Yeah, sometimes that happens where you judge where the ball's going to come down and you might miss it by an inch or two. And you talk about the other sports being the game of inches. Well, sometimes with the lines going out and hitting the ball, volleyball is a game of inches.
And there's a serve in the net. They give the point right back to Cedar Falls. Very even matchup here so far, 7-7 in set number 1. Cedar Falls in the red and black, Waukee in the purple and black. Cedar Falls, defending state champs, 44-0, 73 straight match wins for the Tigers. They've only dropped 2 sets this entire season. And Waukee, the number 8 seed, trying to pull the big upset.
Megan Severson, number 8, the senior, getting the kill for Waukee as they retain the lead once again. It's 8-7. Cedar Falls back the other way.
Here's Waukee. Tip. Dug. Dump there by Cedar Falls. Nice recovery to pick it up by Waukee, but it's over into the net between the courts, and it'll be a point for the Tigers.
Yeah, unfortunately, she can't climb the ladder with the referee there and hit that ball, so when it goes out like that, it's a dead ball.
So you've seen some substitutions going on here in the early going, and our substitutions are brought to you by IMT Insurance, serving Iowans since 1884. You can be worry-free with IMT. Visit IMTINS.com today.
And as you say that, we see another one, as it was Corey Knox, who comes in, the sophomore at 5'3", should come in and serve for Waukee.
9-8. Waukee leads it. Cedar Falls. Nice quick set. But it's a double hit there called on the set for Cedar Falls.
And that called
on the set for Cedar Falls.
And that puts Waukee up by 2 now. 10-8 is the score. And that was perfectly, was going to be perfectly set up there for Cedar Falls as they just hit it twice.
Here's a serve. Dump at the net, right side, and it's down for the Cedar Falls point.
Yeah, Emerson Green, the junior at 5'9", just tips it over there and gets it off of Waukee and in.
Waukee still leads here, 10-9. Deep serve, trouble back row on the receive for Waukee, and it's going to be an ace for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was just a communication issue there. A lot of the girls were yelling out, 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 and it was just, it was Knox. She didn't know for sure what to do. That's one of those in-betweeners where you hit it or you not hit it.
Emily Wedgbury serving for Cedar Falls. She's a sophomore. She's the daughter of the principal, Jason Wedgbury. Look at that, hard hit from the 10-foot line. Man, that was hit with authority there from the back by Waukee.
Absolutely, Haley Bush again, the 6'2" senior in there. She's crushing volleyballs.
11-10, Waukee still maintaining the lead. Here's another substitution brought to you by IMT Insurance. As you see the libero for Cedar Falls back in. Trouble for Waukee, no return.
Yeah, that was kind of a spinner off the hands of Brown's hands. It kind of went off her hands at an awkward angle. The ball was spinning when it came down, so Waukee had trouble to hit one of those balls, and it goes just right below us.
Here's the jump serve. Dump at the net by Waukee, and they're able to put it down. That's so hard to adjust to as a defender when they just dump it like that straight down to the floor. And that was a beautiful dump at the net by Kelsey Plum.
Yeah, we've seen that a lot so far tonight, or I guess this afternoon, just those little dumps at the net.
12-11, Waukee with a 1-point lead. Warriors returning from the left side. Dug by Cedar Falls. Quick set and down in the back row. That's that big height up front of Elena Yates, the 6'5" junior middle hitter for the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely, and we talked about some of that movement there for Cedar Falls. They were able to get it around, get it moving, and get it down.
Here's a jump serve by Brown. Trouble on the receive over the net. Cedar Falls picks it up. They return. Free opportunity here for Waukee. Set left side. Nice dig back row by Brown. Another hard spike dug back row by the Tigers. Now right side, they take a little bit off of that one, and they just tip it up and down.
You know, you think you're going to lose and not get the power of Brown when she leaves the front of the net, but she goes back there and she has a dig like that. That was incredible.
Ashley Schildroth with the tip and kill right there for the Tigers. Another overpass on the serve receive. Cedar Falls with the cherry picker. Just puts it right back down at him, takes advantage of the overpass. And Cedar Falls making a run now. They lead 14-12. Waukee's got to stop this momentum and get the serve back. Great serving by Brown. Oh, mistimed the jump there. Had to tip it over. Cedar Falls returns. Waukee needs a point here from the middle. Blocked back at him. Battle at the net. Cedar Falls with the ball. Left side. Blocked at the net again. But they can't retrieve it after the initial block. It's going to be a point, Cedar Falls. Their run continues. They lead 15-12, and Waukee takes a timeout. 15-12 Cedar Falls here. They're starting to flex their muscles.
Yeah, absolutely. As we saw at the beginning, it was kind of back and forth. Waukee actually opening up their largest lead of 3 points throughout this set. But as you said, volleyball can be that game of runs, and Cedar Falls is really running right now as they lead this one by 3 here at our first timeout, 15-12.
Well, Kruger Seeds is bringing us the dig of the match, and we got to pay attention and pick a dig of the match at some point. And so far, I think that dig by Acacia Brown in the back row, like you pointed out, is probably the leading contender right now for that.
Yeah, absolutely, and that could be one of the top digs we see all week. That was just incredible. The ball was going, I guess I don't even know how to explain it. The ball was going so fast down to the ground, and she just got down there and dug it right out. Not only did she do that, but it returned back over to the Waukee side, which kind of threw Waukee out of whack because they thought that a big hammer like that, it was going to go down to the court. They weren't ready for it, and here comes the ball back to the other side.
All right, 15-12, Cedar Falls leading set number 1 in this best of 5, 5A quarterfinal. Waukee taking the timeout to try to slow down the Tigers. Brown still serving for Cedar Falls out of the timeout. Deep back row, trouble for Waukee. And they return deep, almost they do get it down. That was a nice initial dig by the libero there in the back row, but they couldn't get a second hit on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good foot movement there by Cedar Falls trying to get it. They almost got it. If they would have had 4 hits, they might have had an opportunity at it.
15-13. Now Waukee needs to make a run. Left side attack. Blocked at the net, but drops in on Waukee.
Yeah, that was just one of those where they didn't see where the ball went after it was initially blocked, and nobody could really find it. They all turned around looking for it, but it was at the front of the net.
Graves now with the serve. Hard attack by Waukee. Initial dig there, or attempt on the dig by Brown, but over into the crowd, out of play, and the point and kill goes to Waukee. They're hanging in 16-14 here. We played at 25. You have to win by 2. This would be a big set win if Waukee could pull it off in set number 1. Overpass on the dig. Waukee tried to hammer it down and attempted a return there by Cedar Falls, but Clapp couldn't keep it in play.
Yeah, it just goes a little bit out, hits that net, and they put that net down there so the ball doesn't interrupt the other court, which could happen from time to time.
16-15. Received by Brown, right side. Now Waukee with a good opportunity here to the left. They put it down in the back row. Nice job on that one.
Absolutely. We're back to 16-16 as Waukee goes on a small run to start off with, but they get the ball back now, and we'll see what they can do.
Kate Nelson with the kill there for Waukee. Overpass, cherry pick opportunity, tried to put it down, but Cedar Falls digs it up and returns. Waukee now, right side attack. Brown can't dig it, and Waukee back in front, 17-16, and Cedar Falls now takes timeout.
Yeah, that absolutely. We talked about the hard attacks. When you hit it that hard, you could be one of the best volleyball players around, but when that ball is hit so hard, you don't know where it's going to go when it goes off your hands. And we've seen a couple of them that have gone into the first row here at the U.S. Cellular Center in downtown Cedar Rapids, and as you can tell from the camera view, where the fans are sitting, it's actually a pretty good jump up there. So that ball flying all the way up there off the hands, you know how hard it was hit.
Leaders start at Central College, and Scholar athletes succeed on the court and in the classroom. In the past year, 112 Central College student athletes received academic all-conference recognition. Learn how to be more than a spectator by visiting www.central.edu. And we are here live at the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids. Class 5A quarterfinal round to start off the 2018 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Volleyball Tournament. With Zarin Eggestal, my name is Jamie Brockman, and you are watching state volleyball action here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, the Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. Cedar Falls with the tap from the left. Now to the right for Waukee, cross court, nice dig right in the line by Cedar Falls. They'll return a free ball. Opportunity for the Warriors. Again to the right side, looking for the deep back corner, dug by Brown. Another free opportunity here for Waukee on the return, but trouble passing. They want to return from the back. Haven't seen a good, there's a good attack. Dug deep back row by Waukee. They set clear over to the left. Tip it over. Cedar Falls dug up by Waukee, still going. Nice rally. Block at the net, the double block over there on the right side, and it pays off for Cedar Falls.
Yeah, you talked about the passing, and one thing I noticed, I think the whole Waukee bench did too, that first pass that came out of bounds from Waukee, or from Cedar Falls, if Waukee would have let it go, it was going to go out of bounds, and the coaches were like, oh, but the point goes to Cedar Falls now anyway.
That was Holstein and Clapp over there on the block for Cedar Falls. 17-17, set number one. Set to the middle, but it's in the net. Rolled down her arm in the net as she went up with authority there and just didn't get the hit on it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was Megan Clark, the senior at 6'2", another 6-footer right into the net.
18-17. Oh, nice attempt there to keep it going by Waukee, but they can't. It'll be an ace serve. Ace serve there for Emily Hayes, the 5'7" senior for Cedar Falls.
Yeah, absolutely. Haley Bush, we talked about, the outstanding senior. She dove back towards the media table looking for it, but couldn't find it.
19-17, Cedar Falls with a 2-point lead here in set number one in this best of five. Cedar Falls on the attack. Doug, Waukee, they send it over to the left side. Off the blocker's fingertips, and can't be dug in the back row. That's a kill left side for Waukee. That was, again, Kate Nelson over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Brown trying to make those athletic plays, but just couldn't quite get to it.
Here's an attack by Clapp on that quick set, and she puts it down. Yeah. Emily Clapp having a great match. 4 kills here in set number one.
Yeah, Emily Clapp, she's been hitting the ball very well, picking her spots. She's got good vision with the eyes.
Crucial point here, set number one. It's 20-18. Cedar Falls. Remember, we played at 25, and you have to win by 2. Cedar Falls on the attack, blocked right side by Waukee, but it's out of bounds.
Yeah, there's Brown with that big heavy hit, and as Brown was telling her teammates right now down there laughing and joking with them, she kind of had to dodge it with the head to watch out for that block not to come back and hit her.
21-18, Waukee needs a point here, and they get it. They get it, and that was a crucial point right there for Waukee, because you put Cedar Falls at 22 with a 3-point edge, and it's going to be tough to come back and win this first set.
Yeah, because that means Cedar Falls only needs a quick 3-point run to win the game, and that's something that they can do easily.
21-19, Cedar Falls leads. Right side, set and kill.
Right down the line. Those are those ones we talked about it a couple times tonight. Those are those 50-50 balls, those iffy ones. You don't know whether you should hit them or let them go, and that one skims the line right and in.
Dara Holstein with the kill. 22-19, Cedar Falls. Waukee again needs a point bad right here. Off the net, they get it. Years ago, that was automatic side out. Now it's a live ball, and boy, I tell you what, you can use that net as offense sometimes.
We've seen it all year long, or at least I have in some of the games I've done this year, is I think sometimes they try to roll it off the top of the net because you don't know where it's going to go.
22-20. Cedar Falls leads by 2. Here's the set. Brown looking for the back corner, and no.
Yeah, she probably should have gone a little bit further back and then over with it. She tried to get too close to the sideline, tiptoe. That one's out.
22-21. Waukee with the serve, down one, looking for the dump of Cedar Falls, but it's out of bounds.
See, this is where Cedar Falls can get in trouble. Sometimes they try to be too tricky with the volleyball. They've done it the last 2 times, and they've thrown it out. Now it's 22-22, and we're even again.
All right, we're all tied up, 22-22. Exciting first set here at the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids. We'll be right back on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy. Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular Center, Cedar Rapids, the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy, Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. I'm Jamie Brockman alongside Zarin Eggestal, 22-all. Waukee looking for the big win here in set number 1. Flurry at the net, and that's going to go in favor of Cedar Falls. That's a big point right there. Tough net play again by Acacia Brown.
You said earlier that it was a big point for Waukee to get a point to keep the run going, to stop a run. That was a big point for Cedar Falls because Waukee was running with it and they were getting ready to run with set 1.
23-22, Cedar Falls leads and they've got the serve. Left side attack. Blocked at the net by Cedar Falls. And it's point Tigers, and now they have set point here in set number 1, 24-22. Cedar Falls leads over Waukee, and you see Waukee now takes a timeout just to try and stop the momentum and run here of Cedar Falls and put a little ice on them. But you know what? When you've won 73 straight matches, it's hard to ice the Tigers.
Yeah, absolutely. In Waukee, you get 2 timeouts. You don't get to save them. They don't bank up for anything. You get 2 per set, and no better time to use it when Cedar Falls is 1 point away from winning the set. And you need, 2 to make it, keep going. So 3 to win, 2 to keep it at our 2-point differential. So.
Yep. The Warriors cannot afford a mistake here. They've got to score 3 unanswered. Actually, they would need to score 4 because you have to win by 2.
Right.
So they need 4 unanswered points here to win this first set for Waukee. Cedar Falls only needs the 1, whether they can put down a kill or take advantage of a mistake by Waukee.
Yeah, Waukee would need at least 2 to make it a 24-24 because then that would make Cedar Falls need 2 more.
So here we go, the serve for the win in set number 1. Waukee dug up, overpass, and Waukee puts it down. Great reaction there at the net by Layana Green, the 6-foot sophomore for Waukee.
And it was big for Haley Bush. We talked about the senior. She got it over the first time.
24-23. Overpass again. Trying to put it down at the net was Clark. And it's off of Cedar Falls. Point Waukee, and we're tied 24-24. So we're going overtime in set number 1.
Absolutely. There's the 2 points we said they needed. They've got it. What a match here in match number 1.
24-24.
And we got a whistle. And it looks like our referees.
The Cedar Falls coach doesn't like whatever the floor official just explained to him here.
Craig Warner is our floor official, and he's telling Matt Johnson something he doesn't want to hear.
All right, here we go. Brown. And there's the kill on the right side by Yates.
There's that 6'5" slice again. And, she's almost getting the head over top of the net to start off with.
So it's set point again here for the Tigers. 25-24. Deep back row on the serve from Brown. Waukee to the left. Over the top, dug back row. Cedar Falls now, they come to their left, blocked at the net, back to the Tigers. Left side again, puts it right off the blockers. Waukee returns, and miscommunication by the Tigers. Point Waukee.
And here we go again, we're 25-25. That means we're going for at least 2 more here, Jamie.
Got to win by 2. Waukee with the serve. Down the line, and it's wide.
Just a little bit off there as Waukee tried to get tricky and take that one down the line. Did not pay off here as we're back to set point, Cedar Falls.
26-25, Tigers looking to put this first set away. Middle back row. Nice pass up to the center. Left side, dug by Brown in the back. They go to Brown. Tips it over from deep. Pushed back at him by Waukee. Cedar Falls, quick set and down with authority. And Cedar Falls wins the first set. That's Dara Holstein putting the close to set number 1. 27-25. Your final score in set number 1.
The United States Naval Academy is going to be looking for some of that next year.
Yes, they are. What a finish and what a first set. I think Waukee has nothing to feel bad about. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll diagnose that one a little bit. We'll get ready for set number 2. You're watching State Volleyball on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Alongside Zarin Eggestal, my name is Jamie Brockman. Thrilling first set. Cedar Falls escapes with a 27-25 win, and now we start set number 2. And an early miscue again, just like in the first set there on the first point by Waukee, and Cedar Falls gets out to the quick advantage. Looking at the stats from set number 1, Kate Nelson and Leanna Green, each with 4 kills apiece for Waukee. Emily Clapp, 5 kills for Cedar Falls. But then you had Yates and Brown and Green, all with 3. So there's just so many weapons for these Tigers.
Yeah, and it was good for Waukee. They got some help for Haley Bush against Urbandale to get to the regional final. It was all Bush who got him there.
Oh, nice recovery there by Cedar Falls to recover out of the net and return. Hard hit left side by Waukee, but it sails wide as she looked for the back corner. Of course, we switch sides here in set number 2. So Waukee now on your right and Cedar Falls on the left.
This is where we talked about. This is where it can get hard for the teams because now you're on the side of the opposing school, so you're listening to their student section.
Trouble passing again off the serve received by Waukee. Up into the net, 3-1 early in set number 2, Cedar Falls.
Yeah, Waukee's really got to get it going here. They need to stop the run and get a run of their own.
Off the net, can't be dug up. Ace serve for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's not going to help there. Megan Smith just not getting her hands underneath it, skipping over the top of her hands and out of bounds.
Emmy Wedgbury with the ace. Left side attack again, too much on that one for Waukee. She sails it long.
Yeah, Bush again just getting too much height on the volleyball. Needs to get the arm going forward a little bit more to get it down.
Wedgbury to serve again. Boy, trouble receiving these serves from Wedgbury for Waukee. Free opportunity. Oh, nice recovery though at the net by Waukee. They had the block on, but it's out of bounds.
You know, Waukee was hyped up to start this game. They were ready to go, and now Cedar Falls, something happened in that pre-match huddle before set 2 because they're rolling.
6-1 Tigers. Waukee with a good opportunity, and finally they get their timing and they put it down. Nicely done for the Warriors as you see another substitution coming in. And again, our substitutions are brought to you by Kruger Seed. Excuse me, by IMT.
Waukee trying to get it back.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Waukee, again, Bush just a little bit too strong and over the net.
IMT Insurance serving Iowans since 1884. You can be worry-free with IMT. Visit IMTINS.com today. 7-2 Cedar Falls. They've got the serve back. Nice timing there for the Warriors. And the quick set and tip of the net works.
Yeah, Mickey Clark there, the senior at 6'2", another 6-footer as she gets up over top of the net and slams that attack down.
7-3. Now Waukee to serve. There's a quick set to the 6-5 up front. And point Tiger.
Yeah, Yates there. I don't think she thought that was she got enough of it to get it down. She kind of shrugged her shoulders afterward and says, I guess it'll work.
It's a point. We'll take it. Nice adjustment, though, right before she hit the ball by Yates. 8-3. Tigers lead it. Off the block, dug up by Cedar Falls. They set left side. Blocked at the net by Waukee. Back to the Tigers. And Yates can't put it down. Waukee trying to tip it over the 6'5 blocker, and nope, can't do it.
That is just incredible. It is hard to play against a 6'5 athlete. She's just everywhere. And one of the things that you mentioned is in the pregame is that these girls, they're very good at other sports too. They got a couple of commits going, play basketball, volleyball. They play everything, and they're good at everything.
Absolutely. 9-3. Cedar Falls out to a run here in set number 2. So Waukee has got to make some adjustments. They take time out. What are some of the adjustments they need to make right here? First of all, they got to do a better job on serve receive and getting the good, solid pass up to the center. Because if the center has to chase the ball, you're in trouble already.
Yeah, I think you nailed it right there perfectly is what they need to do is Waukee is just having trouble setting it up. And if they have trouble right away, everybody's scrambling the rest of it. You only get 3 hits. I mean, you can't keep the ball on your side forever and get a perfect setup. You only get 3 hits. So if you don't receive that serve perfectly, now you're scrambling for the next 2 hits. But then you get it over. Cedar Falls is ready to go. Cedar Falls is going to set it up. They're going to get it to 6'5", 6'2", 6 foot, and they're going to slam it on you.
All right, let's see if Waukee can answer out of the timeout. They trail 9-3. Very tough to come back on Cedar Falls when they're in a groove. That's why they've won 73 straight matches. And Waukee finds the back corner. Nicely done.
Yeah, Bush has been looking for that kill multiple times this match or this set. She's missed it the other 3 times, but she gets one to go down.
9-4. Cedar Falls. Here's the jump serve from Waukee. Brown picks it up. That's going to be 4 hits on the Tigers. They could not return.
Yeah, that was one of those where Brown kind of took it at an awkward angle at the back, in the back row and received it, and then it got out of bounds once again. It was just tough for him.
9-5. So Waukee with a little 2-point run here, trying to get, ace serve time! Ace serve there by the Warriors. Dropped it right in front of Brown. She got a late reaction to it, and it's an ace serve for the Warriors, and they've scored 3 straight. 9-6. Waukee trying to come back set number 2 after thrilling set 1. The Cedar Falls won 27-25. Look at the quick reaction there off the initial trouble on the serve receive. 2 quick hits and a kill for Cedar Falls.
Yeah, Cedar Falls again, they stretch that lead now out to 4 again after Waukee gets a couple of points and trying to get back into it.
10-6 Tigers. They serve. Back set, Waukee, right side. Can't get it down. Another opportunity here for the Warriors to the middle. Deep back corner, dug up. Cedar Falls returns. Waukee now setting up, left side, cross court. Troubles, and it's a kill.
Point for Waukee there as it goes going to go off of Cedar Falls. And Waukee is back to within 3 after Cedar Falls opened up a 7-point lead to start this set.
10-7, Cedar Falls. Oh, man.
You can't return that.
No, there is no way to return that. That's impressive.
Holstein, again, the senior, and she hit it straight down. It went down like a rock.
Probably put a dent in the floor. You can tell they've worked on that a time or two, can't you?
Absolutely.
11-7 Tigers. Block at the net. Double block is there for Cedar Falls.
Yeah, that was Green.
Holstein and Green.
Yeah, wow. And something for that for Waukee. We talked about Holstein slamming it a little bit ago. You can't put it over their hands there.
12-7. Oh, mistimed the jump there, looking for the tip over the top.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we see. When you get that net presence from Cedar Falls, Waukee is trying to time things up differently to be able to get the balls over the hands, and then it messes up Waukee. Cedar Falls doing what they need to do.
Good point. 13-7. Cedar Falls. Try it again.
And see, that's where she just has to go up and kind of palm it, and then kind of just chuck it down as if you're playing water polo.
Yep. Well, it worked that time. 13-8 now. Waukee down 5 in set number 2. 1-0 overall, Cedar Falls with a 27-25 win in the first set. Tigers over to the left side, and they're able to get the kill there as couldn't dig it up in the back rope.
Holstein again with that arm of hers. It is just incredible. I would not want to be a Waukee player standing in front of one of those balls coming at me, that's for sure.
14-8. Tigers maintaining that 6-point lead. Waukee able to score here and there, but not make much of a run. And there's that block again. Brown back up front, along with Holstein.
Yeah, which gets dangerous now for Waukee because you get Brown up there with Holstein and Green. It's not going to be good.
15-8, Cedar Falls with the lead and the serve. They go left side this time, able to hit it through the block that time over on the left side.
Yeah, Cedar Falls had Green and Holstein on our near side, had Brown by herself on the far side, and Waukee finds the little bit of room in between both of them.
Kate Nelson with the kill. Here's Brown. Long. Looking for that back corner, just a little too much on it.
Yeah, she hit it on the wrong part of her hand. You could see it. She mouthed it after she got done. She said, "My bad." She just hit it with the wrong part of the hand.
15-10. Back set to the right side. She finds the opening in the back. Holstein with the kill for the Tigers.
Yeah, as looks like Cedar Falls going to make a couple of changes here offensively.
Got your 6'5" hitter back in. And again, the substitutions brought to us by IMT Insurance. Serving Iowans since 1884. You can be worry-free with IMT. Visit IMTINS.com. Overpass. Brown makes them pay.
Yeah, Woodbury, the sophomore, was doing the serving, or is doing the serving here for Cedar Falls.
Tremendous server she is, just a sophomore.
And you know you got to be good if you're a sophomore playing on the Cedar Falls team.
There's a kill for Bush of Waukee off the block. More substitutions coming in on both sides.
Yeah, Coach Johnson there just not happy. The girl's not in the right position where he wanted them, and he's going to go talk to him now.
17-11. Oh, look at that. Beautiful dump there by the Cedar Falls center, Emerson Green.
You just don't know what she's going to do. Is she going to set the ball to the 6'5"? Is she going to set the ball to Brown, or is she just going to dump it over? You don't know what she's going to do.
Nope. It's a setter's dream to have that many options, and a defense's nightmare. Waukee, they go to the big power on the left, and she's able to hammer it down. That was Haley Bush, the 6'2" senior.
Yeah, Haley Bush, the leader, the catalyst of this team. and she's trying to fight them back into it. Here, 18-12, our score.
5 kills in this set. She had 4 kills in the first set. There's a quick set. Nice dig by Waukee to get the return. Now Brown off the block. Waukee was there, but didn't get the hands turned, out of bounds.
Yeah, a couple of big attacks for both teams there. As it's Cedar Falls who gets the point. They lead now by 7, 19-12.
And Brown now goes to the back again. She'll serve. Almost an ace. Good recovery by Waukee to get the return. Quick set to the middle. Dug up by the Warriors. They'll push it over for a free ball. Attack left side. Rolls down the blockers, and it's a point. Cedar Falls. And Waukee now is in trouble, and they're going to take timeout. It's 20-12 now. So you've got to outscore the Tigers here 13-5 in order to win this second set, and that is no easy task.
And this is a crucial set. Cedar Falls won set 1. If you're Waukee, you don't want Cedar Falls to win here in set 2, because then you have to go 3 straight against one of the best teams to play the game of volleyball here in the state of Iowa, and that is no easy task.
No. So 20-12, Cedar Falls. You got to go back to the start of this one, though, the second set, where Waukee Cedar Falls came out on fire, and they got out to that big run, and Waukee's made a run here or there, but that initial run to start the second set was just too much, and I think is going to be the difference when it's all said and done.
Yeah, they were able to minimize the damage a little bit here to get going in the middle portions of the set, but Cedar Falls again, and this is what Cedar Falls has done all year. You know, the sets that they lose, the sets that they come close to losing are always the first one, and then they really get going after that. I don't know, they just have a little bit of a slow start, but they're rolling.
They've only dropped 2 sets all year long, and they've won 73 straight matches, looking to make it 74 and punch their ticket into the semifinals.
Yeah, you see a lot of other schools that are playing later on in the day today or even tomorrow here to watch. They want to watch these two teams.
Absolutely. Oh, lost her footing there over on the right side. That was a good pass coming up to her, but she lost her footing and went down to the floor there as they were looking to Kelsey Plum.
Yeah, just a little bit of a slip up there. Going to try to wipe the shoes off, try to get anything off those shoes as you can.
21-12. Cedar Falls 4 points away from a set 2 win. And we got a double hit called there on the set of Waukee.
Yeah, which gives another point to Cedar Falls, 22-12, 10-point lead for the number 1 team.
And these last 2 points both coming off of mistakes by Waukee. Didn't even get an attack. Now they do. They tip it up over the block, and it drops in the middle. Nice job there by Bush, or actually, was that Bush? No, actually it was Maggie Clark. Maggie Clark there with that tip. 22-13. Waukee needs a run bad right here of several points. Tip at the net. Boy, not everybody can do that. That was not a great set to her, and just those long arms, she was able to reach out and tip it over.
Yeah, we talk about her. She's 6'5". She's almost standing over the net to start with, and she just can just tap it. Say, here, ball go there.
Cedar Falls can smell this set 2 victory. They're 2 points away. Waukee pushes it over from the back. Right side, off the blockers, dug up. Left side attack for Waukee. Nice dig by Cedar Falls. Keep it alive. Right side. Now Waukee. Quick set to the middle. Nice defense there by the Tigers, and they put it down. Emily Clapp from the left side. That is her 6th kill of this set.
Yeah, and another senior part of the leadership group here for Cedar Falls, and she is able to get another point for the Tigers, 24.
Clapp, right off the chest there of
Yeah, might have taken a portion of that off the side of the face. She was a little shook up after that, but nothing going to keep Brown out of this match unless they have to carry her off.
Clapp now with 11 kills, though, for Cedar Falls in the first 2 sets. She's been impressive. Serve skims the net. Cedar Falls returns. Set point here for the Tigers. Tip over by Waukee. And we're still going. Nice net play here, both sides.
Yeah, Coach Johnson wanted it to be done, but he's not going to get the call.
Waukee returns. Dug Brown, running tip right at the net, and Cedar Falls able to tip it down. That was Shildroth, Ashley Shildroth, a 5'11 senior, tips it up over the blocker and gets the point, and that's a set win for Cedar Falls. 25-14, final score in set number 2. So Cedar Falls out to a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. We'll see if they can put it away in set number 3 coming up. You're watching the state volleyball tournament on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Whether it's Meatball Monday, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday Wing Night, or Love Me Tenderloin Thursday, Friday Fish Dinner, Saturday Stir Fry, or Savory Sunday Strips, the only place to get your meat is from Fairway. Farm fresh, premium quality, butcher cut, Fairway Meat and Grocery. It's what we're all about.
Welcome back to the U.S. Cellular Center in Cedar Rapids on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, Iowa Girls High School Sports Network. I'm Jamie Brockman along with Zarin Eggestal as we are going to the third set with Cedar Falls leading 2-0, 27-25 and 25-14. And, well, obviously it is must-win time right here for Waukee, down 2-0. And Zarin, they cannot afford to let Cedar Falls come out and make a 4, 5, 6-point run here in the early going of this third set.
Yeah, 12 errors for Waukee in set number 2. 28 kills for him. Bush had 7. Nelson had 6. They really need to get going. Green also had 6. They're going to need more like 8 or 9 to be able to win set 3. And not only do they have to win set 3, they got to win 4 and then our short one in set number 5. So Waukee, they need to run. They're a team, they're experienced, they're battle-tested. As I mentioned, they play in the CIML, and they definitely could make a run if they are able to.
All right, so let's see if the Warriors can find some extra gas, so to speak.
All right, we're ready for set 3. Cedar Falls leads 2-0. Serving for Waukee.
Cedar Falls looking to punch their ticket to the semifinals. Waukee trying to stay alive.
Waukee only had 2 blocks in that last set. Cedar Falls had 9.
Wow. Oh, wow. That is how you do it right there.
Yeah, Holstein, she's pumped up. We didn't see a big showing from her in set number 1. We saw a little bit. Set number 2, she crushed it. And now to start off set 3, she's dominating.
So here is Wedgbury to serve. Back row return from Waukee. Another quick set off the blockers.
And that's just a mistake.
Yep, and Waukee can't dig it up.
Yeah, unfortunately for Knox, she doesn't get her full hand on it. She tried just getting a few fingertips on the ball, and if she would have got her hand just a little bit farther out, we got underneath it, might have had a chance.
Not a great serve receive, but Waukee able to tip it over at the net. Here's Brown now on the left. Block was there, but they can't execute, and it's a kill for Akeisha Brown.
Yeah, Brown crushes that one once again, and just not enough hands in the spot to be able to stop a ball coming from Brown.
And just like I said, there, and what Waukee could not afford to do. 4 straight points to start set number 3 for Cedar Falls.
Yeah, not a good receive there. We talked about that in set number 2. They got to have better receives.
4-0. Another easy point there for Cedar Falls on the overpass serve receive, and Waukee takes timeout, down 5-0 early in set number 3. You're watching state volleyball on the IGHSAU digital network powered by Mid-American Energy. And we're back. U.S. Cellular Center, Cedar Rapids. First matches of the 2018 Iowa High School State Volleyball Tournament. 5A quarterfinals. Number 1 seed, undefeated, defending state champion Cedar Falls, leading 2-0 over Waukee, the number 8 seed. And they're out to a 5-0 lead here in set number 3. And Wedgbury will continue to serve out of the timeout. I'll tell you what, these last 2 sets, Waukee has really had trouble receiving the serves.
Yeah, that was Showalter, the libero, who's actually going to go over and talk to the referee right now. And she's having some problems in that back row, digging them out. She's got to be a little bit better here in set number 3.
All right, Wedgbury serves. Nice job that time picking up the serve. They actually get an attack on the left side, but it's stuffed right back at him by the 6'5" blocker on the right side there for Cedar Falls. It's so tough to get one by Yates.
It is. It's incredible. Incredible.
6-0 Tigers. Ace serve.
And we're out to a point now where Cedar Falls is running with this one.
Yeah.
Set number 3.
I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a server of the tournament, it might just be Wedgbury. She has done a tremendous job serving for the Tigers. Sophomore. Blocked again at the net.
You know, we talked about that in set number 2. 9 blocks for Cedar Falls, only 2 for Waukee, and that's biting them again here in set 3.
8-0 Tigers. To the back. Tipped at the net. Yates got that one. Waukee again from the back, dug up. Quick set, Yates with the tip. Now Waukee trying to answer on the slide, and they get it. They needed that one badly.
There we go. They needed that one, and they need a whole truckload of more points like that because it is 8-1 here in set 3.
Leanna Green there with the slide to the right side. Put it down. 8-1 Tigers. Here's Brown from the left, cross court, deep back row. Now left side, Waukee, and that one's in the net, never cleared, so it'll be 4 hits against Waukee. 9-1, Tigers lead.
As mentioned, Cedar Falls has got, or Waukee has got to get some more points here.
Emerson Green back to serve. And Bush with the kill for Waukee on that left side again.
That's where it starts with Bush, the senior leadership. She's got to be that senior. She's got to jump in. She's got to say, let's go right now.
And that one long.
Back-to-back points here for Waukee that we mentioned. They're a very good number 8 seed. They can go on a run like this.
9-3. Waukee trailing and serving. Yates can't put it down, dug up by Waukee. They return. Nice diving dig. Here's Brown with authority for the Tigers.
You know, and that was all set up by the setter, Emerson Green. She had an opportunity where that ball was about to go to the Waukee side. She reaches up and tips it like it's a basketball back to her side right into the hands of Brown, and Brown doesn't miss.
10-3 Tigers. Brown now to serve. Off the net, dug up by the Tigers. Clap from the left. Nice dump there by Waukee. Good recovery, quick recovery there by Cedar Falls. Now they go left side, Waukee. Overpass. Can't take advantage. Cedar Falls off the block, and it drops in the back row.
Wow, that's one of those where you're going up to put it off a block, and you're hoping there's not enough steam to go out of bounds, and it just barely stays in bounds there for Cedar Falls. They get another point. It's 11-3.
Wow, what a serve by Brown. It's like a knuckleball serve. I mean, it just clears the net and dies.
We talked about that earlier with her kills through her attacks. The ball's spinning 7 different directions. You don't know which way it's going.
This time Waukee picks it up. Left side attack, way long on that one. They sail that one. 13-3 Tigers. Waukee in big trouble here in the third set, down 2-0. Warriors from the back row. Oh, that's a gift.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what Maggie Clark was thinking there. She said, okay, well, I'll take it. Let's go back. Let's start a run.
13-4. Waukee to serve. Dump. Couldn't react quick enough for Waukee.
Yeah, it was a good tilt-the-world move there by Waukee, but just not able to quite get it, as that was Megan Smith, the junior, at 5-5.
More substitutions, as you see, brought to you by IMT Insurance. IMT Insurance serving Iowans since 1884. And you can be worry-free with IMT. Visit IMTINS.com. As you see right there, Kate Nelson back in for Waukee. They got to find a way to get her going. 14-5, Cedar Falls in set number 3.
Wow, another crush there for Cedar Falls, and I don't know, what do? You get in front of those, and it's going to go off your body. It's going to go out of bounds. You know, how do you stop those? You got to have. You're going to need one of those Kruger Seeds digs of the match to be able to return one of these.
And there's an ace serve by Acacia Brown. Or excuse me, that's not Brown. That's Hayes, Emily Hayes. 16-5. Tigers are rolling. Set number 3. Almost another ace. Oh, great recovery by Waukee.
Yeah, Showalter there, able to get it back over top.
Tipped by Clapp, dug up. And we got a point there for Waukee. I believe Cedar Falls crossed the center line, I think is what they called there.
Yep, I think the foot was on that white line underneath the net.
16-6. Quick set. Clapp tips it over and gets it to drop. You know, you don't always have to put the mustard, so to speak, on the spikes to get the point. Clapp did such a good job right there of just going up, analyzing the defense midair, and saying, I'll just tip it over.
Yeah, it's those vision, it's the eyes, it's awareness on the court. You don't have, like you said, you don't have to crush it. You just got to find the opening. It doesn't matter how hard you hit the ball. You don't get extra points or style points for hitting the ball harder. You get a point for getting it down on that in the black or in the pink here in Cedar Rapids.
So we've got a timeout by Waukee as they trail 17-6 in set number 3. They're down 2-0, and Cedar Falls cruising here. And you mentioned, you know, that first set, 27-25. It couldn't have been any more thrilling. And Waukee made runs when they had to. Looked like Cedar Falls could put it away, but they made the Tigers work. Since then, Cedar Falls kind of found their groove, and they have really showed why. You know, they're number 1 undefeated, and why they've won 73 straight matches in the last 2 sets.
Yeah, Danielle Lynch, she's been in big games herself, and that's what she's probably telling her team right now. A graduate of St. Cloud State, came over from Canada, now in the United States, coaching and did her playing time, and she's telling her teams right now, stay focused. We're still have a chance.
1 point at a time. Oh, nice dig right there by Cedar Falls, and they get the return. Back to the Tigers. Dump right on the line. Point Tigers.
Showalter dove, stuck the hand out and slid it across the court, trying to get it to bounce off the top of the part of the hand or the wrist and back up for somebody else to hit it, but it wouldn't happen.
18-6 Tigers. Back row return here by the Tigers, and perfect timing at the net there by Holstein.
And that's what you get when you hit it from the back row. Your up front net presence, you're able just to hit it back over and get the kill.
Again, a back row return by Waukee. Quick set. Holstein for the Tigers.
Yeah, once again, Dara Holstein, we have been talking about her the last 2 sets. She has been dominating, and now it's a 14-point lead as the Tiger crowd gets back into it.
Her 7th kill of the match for Holstein. Waukee puts it through the block that time as Brown was there, but couldn't stuff it.
Yeah, just barely gets into that pink area. Our front court, our center court area, just barely tips down on that pink and that white line.
27 in favor of Cedar Falls, trying to put it away with a 3-0 sweep here in the 3rd set. Here's Brown, and gets it off the block.
Yeah, looks like Cedar Falls is going to make a couple more substitutions here.
Brought to you by IMT Insurance. Here is Wedgbury back into serve. And another ace for Wedgbury.
You've mentioned it plenty of times, and for a second I couldn't even get a word because it's just crazy, the sophomore, how good she has been from that service line here tonight.
Well, she led the team with 45 aces coming in. I'm going to say she has probably 5 in this match.
Yeah.
Trouble for Cedar Falls. And it drops at the net in favor of Waukee. 22-8. Cedar Falls leading. Nice serve. Quick set, and they air sail that one long off the arm of Yates.
You have a pretty good head because she is exactly at 5 ace serves here. She had 1 in the first set. She had 3 in set number 2, and now 1 here in set number 3.
That's impressive for the sophomore Wedgbury. There's a kill for Yates. Placed across court in that back corner. And Cedar Falls 2 points away from the semifinals as they lead it 23-9. And in to serve is Emerson Green. Left side, attacked by Waukee, dug up. Tip right over the top there and drops it in the middle by Acacia Brown.
Yeah.
And now it's a set and match point here for the Tigers.
Yeah, you could see the Waukee, they were yelling Brown coming, and she still is able to lay it over.
Waukee trying to keep this set going, blocked, dug up, but no return by Waukee, and that's it. Cedar Falls wins it, 25-9, 25-9 in set number 3, so it's 27-25, 25-14, and 25-9, all in favor of Cedar Falls, who just won their 74th straight match.
And they're moving on to the semifinals as Cedar Falls will move on to our semifinals coming up, and we will have more matches for you here all day long. Once again, the final scores in our matches, or in our sets, I should say. In the first set, it was Cedar Falls 27, Waukee 25. In set number 2, it was Cedar Falls 25 and Waukee 14. And in set number 3, it was Cedar Falls 25 and Waukee 9. As
ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the court.
We are going to have our awards presentation as Him Talk.
Each participating player will receive a medallion.
Can't hear. Okay. Hello. Sorry.
Provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
As we're going to have an award presentation, as Waukee will be down there with Gene Berger getting their participation trophy here in the state tournament for participating here in Cedar Rapids. And in just a moment, we're going to have Jamie down with Coach Matt Johnson for Cedar Rapids, or excuse me, for Cedar Falls, as he's talking with our winning coach coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Once again, you're listening or you're watching the state volleyball tournament on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And down to Jamie, as Jamie will have our head coach, Matt Johnson.
Thanks everyone for coming out and supporting your favorite team. Enjoy the rest of your day at the state volleyball tournament.
All right, we're down here courtside and going to visit with Matthew Johnson, the head coach of Cedar Falls, who just picked up the win over Waukee in the quarterfinals. And congratulations, Coach, another semifinal for you and your Tigers.
Yeah, that was exciting, especially that first set, kind of back and forth, and had to win some big points at the right time, and it's kind of fun.
Your team did that. Talk about the first set first and what they did that kind of challenged you guys there.
They were aggressive. You know, I think they made 4 hitting errors, and I think we had 7 in that first set. We're usually a pretty low hitting error team, but they did a good job of hitting around our block, finding the right spots. We had to make some adjustments there on where they were hitting balls at. So,
what do you think the biggest differences were in the second and third set? Third set specifically, where you really dominated.
Oh, we did a good job of serving pressure. I thought we kept the pressure on them and kind of stuck with it and cleaned up our side of the net a little bit. You know, you're not going to play a perfect set, especially in this kind of venue, in this kind of environment, but to limit those hitting errors a little bit and just kind of stay clean helps.
Well, you're no strangers to advancing on in this tournament, so what do you do between now and the semifinals?
Well, they probably want to eat because that's what they want to do most of the time, but we'll watch this next match. Obviously, whoever we play, we're going to play a really good MVC team, and we know we got work cut out for us, so kind of get off our legs a little bit, watch a little bit, get in the gym a little bit tomorrow, and hopefully we're ready to go Thursday.
Right, well, Coach, congratulations to you and the Tigers, and best of luck in the semifinals.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that is Matthew Johnson, the head coach of Cedar Falls, as they just sweep their way to the 5A semifinals here in the 2018 state volleyball tournament.
Back up here in the booth, and we talked about it there in set number 1, but our Kruger Seeds dig of the match was Akeisha Brown in set number 1. What an incredible dig for her, as thank you to Kruger Seeds for bringing us that. You are watching the state volleyball tournament from the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, the Iowa Girls High School Network. As Jamie will join us back here in the booth after talking with Coach Johnson. And as you mentioned, as Coach Johnson alluded to a couple of times, he liked those second and those third sets a lot better.
Yeah, and the one thing that I could tell you, this is a state tournament, and a lot of times when you win, there's so much excitement and energy, but for Cedar Falls, it was just routine. There wasn't a lot of celebrating. It's like we expect to win here. So this is, until we win that big trophy on Friday, this is just business as usual. And Coach was as calm as I've ever seen. The players were calm, and they were very sportsmanlike to Waukee, as they were acknowledged there for making the state volleyball tournament. But yeah, definitely the adjustments made there for that second and third set were huge by Coach Johnson and his team. And I think maybe Cedar Falls was a little surprised at how Waukee pushed him in that first set, but boy, they came out second and third, especially that last set, Zarin, and really took care of business.
Yeah, I like what you mentioned there as you talk. It's business as usual for Cedar Falls. They're not coming in. They're an experienced team, so they're not coming in confident and cocky saying we are going to win, but they're coming in saying we expect to win. We've built the program where we expect to win these quarterfinals and semifinals matches. That's what they were expecting. So they came in, they took care of business, and they say, okay, we're moving on to the next one, as they will play in the semifinals right back here in downtown Cedar Rapids.
Yep, and that will be Thursday at actually 10 a.m. will be the 5A semifinals. And it'll be Cedar Falls, the number 1 seed at 45-0, defending champs. They're going to face, I'm not sure... They're going to face either Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, or Linn-Mar. They're going to be playing coming up in the next quarterfinal right here on this court. So if you stay tuned right here to this stream, you're going to be able to see Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, and Linn-Mar. These are two teams that know each other well, obviously also from the same area. They play each other frequently. They've both been to the state tournament. Linn-Mar has a lot of success here over the years, so it's going to be an exciting, thrilling match coming up as well. But the winner of that gets the tough task of taking on the number 1 ranked Cedar Falls Tigers in the 5A semis Thursday morning at 10 a.m. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed it. Congratulations, Cedar Falls, but also congratulations, Waukee, on advancing to the 2018 state volleyball tournament. We are going to take a break. You are watching state high school volleyball on the IGHSAU digital network powered by Mid-American Energy, the Mid-American Energy Girls Championship Network. Stay tuned, more volleyball coming up right here.